Hi everybody, Andy from Backyard Trucker. Welcome back. Today I'm going to fix up a little white dresser I just picked up for Jody at Marketplace Boutique. And the bottom drawer doesn't want to shut very well. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to fix that. So come along and enjoy the video. Thanks. It's kind of raining outside. Got a little bit of snow left. There she is. Let's get this dresser out and take a look at it. Oh. Now what's going on with this dresser is this board right here is bowed down a little bit. So when you open this drawer up, it actually drops down and blocks it. So I'm going to make a little reinforcement bar to help hold this up. And hopefully that will work. So we'll take this in the barn and we'll take a closer look at it. All right, it's a little bit loud in here, but I want some heat. I got furnace over there on the other side of the building running, and I also got turbo heater running. A little chilly in there this morning, but I want it a little warm. So this dresser, I think it's a pretty old dresser. It's pretty good shape, and for the most part, this top drawer comes in and out nice. We're gonna take it out, look at the track here, make sure that the track is nice and straight, which it is. It looks like it's been bent a little bit, so I'm gonna straighten that out when I put that together. This wood piece looks like it's in good shape. It's split, but it's not broken, so that's a good thing. The second drawer comes out pretty good. The rail is a little bent, but I'll straighten that when I put it back together. That wood piece looks pretty good shape too. What we got going on now is this piece of wood right here is bowed down and actually hitting the top of this next drawer. See how it hits right here? It's hitting, but there's a gap over here and here. I'm going to take this drawer out and I'm going to put a reinforcement underneath this from one side to the other that is not going to prohibit it from this drawer being in the way. So let's take this drawer out and take a look at it now. This drawer, the rail, a little bent on the end, but I'm going to fix that also. This one, you can see that this piece of wood is really in need of some help. It's split, missing the rail, does not look like this. So I'm going to make a new one of these and install it, and then put a reinforcement underneath. I'll put a reinforcement underneath here to help bow this back up and hold it in place. This whole other side is broke right off, so we're going to make a new one, and I've never done this before, but we're going to give it a try. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the next one out and use it as a pattern. This is what it's supposed to look like compared to this one. So we're gonna try and make a new one. Wish me luck. All right, everybody, welcome back. I am going to make a new runner for the one that broke for the bottom drawer. I went and got a piece of oak, 2-inch square oak piece. I don't know if I think these are also oak. You can see, I believe these are oak. So I'm gonna make it with the same kind of wood. And I'm hoping that I can make one from scratch. I've never done this before, so we're gonna give this a whirl. Hopefully it'll work. Now this old one is exactly 1 inch wide. So I need to move this fence. This is called a fence. It's what we measure off of or that's how we get the width down. Now when doing this, you measure from the teeth on the blade are offset. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that or not. You might be able to. You'll see that a tooth is offset to one side or the other. This one, it looks like a ripping blade, so they're all down the middle. You gotta measure off the edge of the tooth to 1 inch. Now once you get this set, what I do, because this fence is wobbly, you go and measure off the side of the fence here over to the side of the table saw here, right where you measured, because that's your measurement. And I've got 18.5. Well, then I go down here and make sure this is square with the edge, which it's not. I have to pull this edge over. Because you want this square so that it'll rip evenly. And double check your measurements. To be in an inch wide gap. And now we'll cut it. We'll rip this long board down and need to get me a little piece of wood. So I can shove this piece of wood through and not get my fingers caught. Now, you never want to get close to the blade with your fingers. That's why I'm using a piece of board to help shove it through. This is exactly an inch now. Exactly an inch, which is what we needed for this. Perfect. Now we gotta get the width, or the height, which is only 5/8 of an inch. So we gotta go even thinner this way. Might be better to measure it in millimeters. Let's see here. Actually, you know what? We could do this. Put it right up against there. Stick that in there like that. That's the perfect width right there. That's even easier to do it that way. Now we'll measure 8. And now we'll cut this one. Make sure I don't cut the wrong way. Yeah, we gotta go this way. And now I got an identical block that's gonna match this. The next challenge is to cut the step. Okay, what I've done is I've really lowered the blade down. I don't know if you can see that. Well, I lowered it down to the height of this step here, and I moved the fence over so that we can get the right gap. So let's just give this a shot and see what happens. Now this is the same on both sides, so I'm just going to turn it end for end and move it over and go the other way. Okay, as you can see, I've got 2 grooves cut in there now, nicely. And it's going to be the same step. Now all I gotta do is just cut the rest of this off, which I can do that by moving the fence over a little bit. And making another pass. And I just gotta peel a little bit off here that's on the side. And all I gotta do is file that down a little bit. Look at this. I made a replica. Let's go over here and see if it fits. Here's one of the drawers. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And yes, it's supposed to be a little sloppy like that. That's perfectly fine. Now we can just cut this to length and drill a couple holes and put it back in. All right, we are going to cut this to length. This old one is 13.5 inches long. So that's what we'll cut the new one to, 13.5. Grab my ink pen here. Which end do I want to use? Okay. We're gonna go down here. Measure 13.5. Make a little mark. Hold this there. You always want to bring the saw down and touch it. Make sure you're right where you need to be. Perfect length. See that? Perfect length. I'm going to cut 2 more. Because why not? We'll just make it so we got spares in case they break again someday. Well, I don't think they'll break. Oops. See, that's why you don't want to do that. Had the saw blade touching the wood. $13.5. Got one last one. There we go. Now, we just got to drill holes to match these. Not this one, but this one, so that the wood don't split. So all I'm going to do is hold this one on top of this one and just go right down through this hole with a drill bit. Flip it around. Do the same thing here. I'm going to countersink some holes in here so that the screw heads will be down a little bit. Because you don't want the head of the screw sticking out. Otherwise, it's going to catch on the metal track. There we go. Okay. We'll go in here, stick this screw in here like this. Can't see the hole very well. Where's the hole? There we go. There's the hole. Might have this backwards. Where's my other screw? Right here. Kind of hard to see where the hole is. Where's the hole? We'll run this screw back in. Just like that. Like that. Now we'll try and stick this drawer back in here. Alrighty, let's see how well this works. Look at that. Now, that comes in and out nicely. Now I just got to put better support. Get this up a little bit. Okay, what I've done is to help support this shelf right here, because it's kind of loose, is I've cut some oak from the leftover scrap from making the new slide. I've cut some at just a little over 10 inches. And I'm going to stand these up in these corners here to help hold this shelf up. These are going to stick right in here so well, I don't even have to nail them in. They're going to stay right there all on their own. Now, we will see if this will actually work better this way. Look at that. Closes nicely. That's perfect. Let's see what this other one will do. Let's take a look at this one. That one closes nicely. And now the top. There we go. There's the dresser. That's how you make a new runner. These drawers are nice. This is an old dresser. They all close nicely. This one especially needed the most work. That's a nice little dresser. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten up the hardware. Because some of these are loose. Oops, that thing's gonna fall. Some of these are a little loose. See? I'm just gonna snug these up. There we go. These are already snugged up, so this is gonna be nice. I think this will make her happy. I think this is a pretty good buy. So there you have it. That's how you can make a whole new runner if you got that style going down the center of your drawer. Just takes a little thinking and a little imagination, and just make a new one like I did. And I have a spare just in case it breaks again. And if I really wanted to get creative, I could probably make one out of metal, but then it would not stay vintage, because I'm sure this is a pretty old dresser based on how everything is made. These old handles, they've been painted over white, but there's nothing saying you can't take them off and clean them up. Yeah. I hope everybody's enjoyed the video. Just a little behind the scenes of what I can do. Like I said, I've never made one before, and it seems to work pretty good. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you watching my video. And make sure you go check out Bella Whisper Farmstead, Kristen. She's a huge supporter of mine, and I like chatting with her. And also go check out Jody from Marketplace Boutique, and also her new channel, Jody Genealogy. Make sure you go check out all of those. The links are in my bio. And I appreciate you guys watching. So hope you have fun next time. And we'll either see you live streaming or we'll see you on the video here. Bye, everybody.